How are you all doing today? Happy Thursday. Nearing the end of the week. Let's get into it. Um, let's talk about a news cycle this week. This case, it's brought a lot of emotions to people, and there was recent updates today from the Attorney Crump, I believe that's how you pronounce it. That's taking the case of Nolan Wells. And today also there was parents there involving, I think, two other young black men that died under suspicious circumstances, and they just want to get the answers to how they died and what happened. I'm going to speak about one of the cases. Can't recall the young man's name, but if you watch the press conference and updates today, you will know exactly who I'm referring to. So this particular one also apparently was a drowning accident, and he also went out on a trip, I think a vessel with I guess mostly white individuals, and he was the only one that apparently drowned, and he was a good swimmer too. Now the suspicious activities is that these guys were arrested later for actually getting rid of evidence because they tampered with stuff. They actually deleted messages from the person who died phone and threw away his clothes. So if that doesn't say it out loud that you did something wrong, I don't know what does. Now, if someone died accidentally and actually drowned, and you didn't have anything to do with it, wouldn't you just say, hey, we all went swimming, this happened, he drowned, here's his phone, here's his, if he left the clothes on the boat, if he changed off into his swim shorts, here's his clothes. But to go to the extent of getting rid of stuff, you're hiding something. I don't know. If I know that someone died accidentally, and let's say even if you were the cause of the person dying accidentally, and that was not your intent, but something happened, just speak the truth. Speak the truth. Yes, you may still be arrested, but the truth will set you free. Now, your conscience must be bothering you if you're going to the extent of hiding, evidence or tampering with evidence. You did something wrong. It's so obvious. And I don't think law enforcement, true investigators, crime investigators, I don't think race should even be considered in any of this. I think law enforcement should be looking to solve the crime. It doesn't matter if it's a woman, a man, black, white, Asian, Indian, Hispanic. If something happened to that person and you want the truth, you should be going after with everything you got to solve the crime. And the shade of the skin shouldn't matter. I know that's in a perfect world, but it just seems like people are more concerned about covering up and protecting even their family members. I remember this when I was younger, and my mom and my dad, I remember sitting down with me personally, and they said to me, I remember my mom, and she told me, and that's why I never mess with my parents like that. And I tried my best never to get in trouble, not intentionally anyway. I remember my mom saying, we're not wealthy people. So if you get arrested and in jail, and I know you did it, don't expect me to bail you out and come to your assistance. Now, if I know that you didn't do it and you're telling the truth, I'll come to your assistance. But don't let me know that you willingly harmed somebody, stole something. She said, I will not bail you out because I'm not willing to lose everything I worked so hard for. So you make sure you try to stay on that straight and narrow path and do the right thing. And you know what? I repeated that to my child, because I'm like, that's not how I raised you. I raised you to do the right thing. And sometimes I know it's hard to do the right thing. But when it comes to someone being hurt or someone needs help, truly need help, and if you can come to assistance, even if it's just to call 911, maybe you physically cannot help them. But if you see someone getting in a car accident on the road and you're passing by, maybe you're going at a pace that's you can't stop, or you know you won't be able to offer assistance or even able to help them, but you can call, the Florida Highway trooper or patrol and say, hey, a car ran off and this is where the person is. You know what I'm saying? Is someone being beaten up or whatever, and yeah, you probably not the one to stop it because you were like little and petite, or you're scared. You make sure you call when you leave that area and say, hey, this is what happened, and that person needs help. So these individuals, these young Black men that were in a prime of their lives and had a future, now their future have been taken away, either because intent was there was an intent to hurt them, or it was an accident. If it's an accident, I don't care how scared you are, just say it's an accident. But to go to the extent trying to get rid of tampering with evidence, that shows that something is not right and something is wrong. And then another thing, Nolan's mom, here today, she always says she's a care, she used to just say care provider. She never actually came out and said she was a nurse, but the Attorney Crump said she's a nurse. And since then, since this whole incident has happened, people are actually going on her work like page or site and giving her bad reviews since this, and she's been a nurse for a long time, giving her bad reviews and saying things. I mean, in this world, doesn't matter what color you are, there's two sides, good and evil. And I think there's more people on the evil side than there is good. And doing the right thing is hard for people. And telling the truth is hard. I hear people say, I'm telling my truth. Not my truth. You will tell the truth, how it really happened. Not edit it to make it work out in your favor. Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. And whatever the consequences that go with it, then it goes with it. But at least your conscience will be clean. And yeah, two sides, good and evil. And you see it's so in your face with the lying and the evil today, even in the government and stuff, the war. A lot of this is over resources and oil. This land is my land. And, I mine. I used to watch I think it was a Looney Tune cartoon. I think it was it Daffy Duck? And that pig, I forgot the pig name they called him. And Daffy, I believe it's Daffy, uh, had this thing when he like, and Bugs Bunny, anytime like, I think they go somewhere and he finds something, he'll go, mine, it's mine, mine, mine. And that's what I think of when people are fighting over land and property and oil. Is it really yours? Or it's the earth. It's the Lord's. It's not yours. But man come along and evil seems to prevail each day. But you guys just hang in there. Try to do the right thing. I know sometimes the right thing seems hard. But what's done in the dark always comes into the light. And there's a verse in the Bible that states that. Google it. You'll find the scriptures. And I absolutely believe it. It will come out. Sometimes it takes months. Sometimes it takes weeks. Sometimes it takes years. But it will come out. Have faith, guys. Stay safe. Like, subscribe. Let's try to do the right thing. We're not perfect. This world is not perfect. But let's try to do the right thing. Talk to y'all later.